One of the things I do enjoy about coming to the National Safety Council and to this conference and exposition is getting around and visiting all the vendors, because they got a lot of answers to addressing the hazards that you're going to find here on the top 10. So I encourage you to walk around and look at your own particular workplace and see where you can find some solutions. Please treat these numbers as preliminary. They're bound to change a little bit. Okay, starting off with the number 10, personal protective life-saving equipment, eye and face protection. So what we're finding here is that folks aren't being protected against flying particles, molten metal, liquid chemicals, acids or caustic liquids, chemical gases or vapors. They're not using the appropriate PPE to protect their eye and face. Moving on to the next, machine guarding. You got to make sure that point of operation is guarded so that employees don't get their hands or fingers caught in the equipment. The next one that we have, fall protection, the training requirements. So what we're seeing from there is that each employee isn't provided with a training to protect themselves from fall hazards. Next violation, number 7, powered industrial trucks. The evaluation for the operator's performance, it must be performed every 3 years. Number 6, ladders. We're finding that ladders are not extending at least 3 feet beyond the landing. We're seeing that ladders were being used for purposes of which they weren't designed to be used. Number 5, respiratory protection. You got to make sure that employee is able to wear that respirator and it isn't going to cause any issues with their health. Number 4, lockout tagout. First thing that we're finding there is procedures for how to lock out that piece of equipment aren't being developed and used. Then we're seeing that employees aren't trained on those procedures or trained on the program itself. Moving on to number 3, scaffolds. What we're finding there is that cross braces were being used as a means of access. You can't do that. Okay, number 2, hazard communication. The top thing that we're finding is no HAZCOM program. The employees need to know where to find the SDSs, need to know what hazardous chemicals they work with in their workplace. They need to know the labeling and so forth. And the number 1, fall protection, general requirements, has been number 1 for the last several years. We're seeing fall protection not provided where we had unprotected sides or edges. And that's the top 10 for fiscal year 2019, pending any preliminary top 10 at this point.